Jumping. Pretty much everyone who's ever played Minecraft has jumped before. You've probably pressed your spacebar millions of times, and if you have a working spacebar, you can do parkour. Parkour is one of those fundamental game modes that have been around since the beginning of Minecraft. You just jump from one block to another block. But what is the most difficult jump in Minecraft? You might say the 4-block jump. If you played a little parkour, you might even know about the triple neo. But did you know that this is possible? That jump I just showed you isn't even close to the top 10 hardest jumps in the game. Parkour is much more advanced than you may think it is. So today, we will be going through the top 10 hardest jumps in Minecraft. Number 10. 1.5 block momentum head butterfly neo. This jump is only possible by 0.0035 blocks. And not only is the turn precise, it's also difficult. You kinda have to turn, then slow down, then speed up, then slow down your turn very quickly, which is actually quite difficult to perform. The inputs aren't that difficult, it's just some backwards momentum, which most players involved with parkour can quite easily do. Number 9. 1 block momentum paint to cobble wall neo plus a tier. This jump is possible by way more than the previous jump, 0.01 blocks. However, it does more than make up for it with its extremely difficult inputs and turning. For the turning, it's kinda like the previous jump, however, it's more extreme. You go from turning over 22 degrees and almost nothing, then back to 6 degrees. For the inputs, you have to walk with W and D for 4 ticks, then jump backward with S and A, walk 1 tick on the ground while still holding S and A, then jump with W and D, then on the very next tick you have to tap crouch for 1 tick and start sprinting. Number 8. 1 block momentum X facing fence to fence neo. This jump is harder than it looks. The turning is extremely precise. On the jump tick, you have to flick as close to 12.6 degrees as possible, ending up facing almost perfectly straight at 89 degrees. After that, you have to completely stop moving your mouse for 5 more ticks and then flick 45 degrees. The extreme precision of these 2 turns is why this is number 8 on our list. Number 7. 3 block momentum back walled paint to paint neo 1 block landing. The inputs of this jump are difficult because of what happens in such a short amount of time. Didn't see that? Let's slow it down. Holding S and A, then jumping with W and A, then on the next tick, W and D. Not only can the inputs cause arthritis, the turn is quite precise as well. It's not as difficult to perform as say the 1.5 block momentum head butterfly neo, but it's really precise. Number 6. 8 block momentum 7.0625 minus 5 blocks. The hardest distance jump in the game right now. This requires an advanced parkour technique to increase momentum, the 45 strafe. The 45 strafe is where you press the strafe key after jumping and snap to 45 degrees, and that actually increases your movement speed by 2.04%. The 45 strafe is also known in other game modes like HCF as the sideways running trick. The closer to 45 and the faster the snap is, the more effective the 45 strafe. However, you can't just stay at 45 degrees because that actually decreases momentum and moves you to the side a bit. To chain 45 strafes, you must snap back to 0 and then hold the strafe key on the jump tick and snap back to 45. Jumps requiring double and even triple 45 strafes have been verified, but this jump is the hardest triple 45 strafe jump because of how precise it is. Being only possible by 0.0015 blocks, every 45 strafe must be almost perfect. Number 5. Butterfly neo to cobble wall. There's a cool Minecraft mechanic that parkourers abuse called inertia, which is a bit different in Minecraft physics compared to real life physics. You hit inertia when your velocity in one axis is so low that Minecraft nullifies it, counting it as no movement at all. The inertia threshold in 1.8 is 0.005 blocks per tick. It may not seem like much, but hitting an inertia when you turn actually makes the jump impossible. You have to turn in such a way that you don't hit inertia, which makes the jump quite difficult even though players land by more than 0.01 blocks. Number 4. Paintwall momentum butterfly neo. This is the most precise jump in the game right now. In the insane flick that's about 90 degrees, you have to almost perfectly hit the angles every tick in order to make this insanely precise jump that's only possible by less than 0.0005 blocks. This jump's difficulty doesn't come from the turn being difficult to perform, it comes from how precise it is. Number 3. Truer head BHOZ. You can't even begin to comprehend how precise this jump is. Being only possible by less than 0.0007 blocks, only one person, YouAreRexist, has ever done this insanely difficult jump. Even though it's possible by more than the previous jump, the turning's a bit more difficult because it must take longer, which means that you'd have to perfectly hit even more angles. Number 2. Slap defense 3x3. Remember the 45 strafe from jump 6? What about doing it diagonally? This is the diagonal double 45 strafe. This jump is so insane because it requires 2 perfect 45 strafes. Because the jump is diagonal, any tiny difference will make you miss it on either side, so even though the jump is not that precise distance-wise, the diagonal nature of it means that the most perfect 45 strafes are needed. Number 1. Flat momentum head-to-head Neo. This jump is so insanely difficult that the first person who completed it took 50 hours. It requires 2 ridiculously precise turns. Remember the inertia from jump 5? This jump actually requires you to hit inertia to land. And even when you hit inertia from the first turn, the second turn still has to be absolutely perfect. Mine PvP kill, the dude who verified the jump for the first time, hit inertia with his first turn just 27 times before making it. It took him on average 2 hours to hit just the first turn correctly. Even though this jump was verified over 6 months ago, only 6 people have done it, including me. People will definitely verify jumps harder than those shown in the video in the future, so if you want to see parkour advance and maybe even get involved and try some jumps out for yourself, join the parkour community Discord down below. See ya!